welcome to 30 Businesses in 30 Days. But today we're going to do it from the couch to be a little bit more chill. But that are AI resilient. Today is business number 789, and let's get into it. I have my bottle of water if I'm thirsty. But this one, number 7, it is only if you're already doing it and you find it super entertaining and you love doing this. And it is coaching in specific niche. Let me explain. I have a good friend. She's already doing it with me and she's done it in different areas. But she is such a great freaking coach. She has no experience in consulting, no experience in doing AI and growth and like the things that I do for a living and what I work. But every time I find a big challenging thing which frustrates me a lot, which happens every time I get a new client, I'm like, oh, it's people stuff and they work differently, different rhythms, different expectations. And so I find myself like, oh, getting frustrated. And I might already know the answer, but just being able to bounce these things with someone else who has heard it before, who understands the challenges and knows me a little bit because we've talked before, she's able to, within like some minutes, structure like, okay, this is what you're doing, this is what you're feeling, this is a path. So go ahead, go for a walk. And she gives me such a document everything. And I'm just in shock. She's never done consulting before in this context, and she's just on point giving like actionable great advice that is like a game changer for someone like me, especially in that moment of like frustration or stress or how do I handle this. I might get the same from an AI or whatever, but it doesn't land the same that it does like having someone voice noting you. In my case, I really love voice notes because I can go for a walk and listen to their structure, their advice, their examples, etc. If you don't, you can have it a transcript, you can whatever works for you. But if there is a specific area or a niche that you like talking about, that you're experienced in, that you are very good and you've heard it before, that you give great advice, please try it out. And whoever you're giving already advice and tell them, oh, I am doing this like as a side gig just to help out. I do charge this amount. So if you have anyone who might be interested, let me know. It's like once a week, whatever. You just share that that's what you're doing, and one person refers you to the next one, and that's how it should kind of grow. From my experience, she started doing it for a specific thing. This is my example of my friend because she's great at giving advice, and she started doing it for people. She's living in another country, not where she's from, and she started giving advice to people from that country to if you're interested in emigrating somewhere else, whether it is through studying a master's degree or through getting a job and how to prepare, where to apply, where the talent is needed, how like translating, which systems you would have to like get in place. Yeah, like some tips and tricks of the applications and like really just guiding and helping people, and not only with motivation but also with structure and saving them tons of time and confusion and a lot of things throughout that process. And she charged for it and it was very good, but she moved into like other stuff, priorities, her full-time job and everything. But if this is something you enjoy doing and you can add up just one client at a time and spend a couple hours a week doing that, that might grow into a bigger business or might stay just as a side business that makes you connect and help people, and gives you inspiration and pleasure just by doing so, and it's an extra like income on the side. Okay, that is what was it? Business number 7. Let's get to 8, which is more 100% business focused. I've been excited about this for quite long. I don't know exactly like how would I start it, because the reason I'm doing this series is, yes, I like sharing about this, but it is really just to help myself not start 30 freaking businesses. I get ideas all the time. And it's not because nobody has done it before or just I had the idea. Of course, I get inspired by someone else or whatever. But I think that moment that it's a great idea and I have to do it because it's just huge, the opportunity, and I cannot let the opportunity pass. And of course, I don't have the time, focus, or commitment to do it. So this is my way. I'm going to put all my ideas here and then decide after I have cooled down if I want to do something. But one of them is all the physical B2B cold, how do you call them? Cold outreach. It cannot even be cold. It can be cold outreach. It can be just like as a thank you note for your clients, whatever. There is a huge Norwegian company that actually just moved to US that started doing with cakes. they just literally were baking cakes for businesses. So instead of sending an offer by email or whatever to get new clients, they would send a cake, and the cake would have something in it. It was actually very good quality cake. And I think they're moving into pizza and different, like other different offers. But the whole point they're doing is physical stuff. I think the market is huge. I think there's opportunities to have different price tiers in different ways. I just heard another business that was doing like postcards with a QR code for small businesses that didn't have a website. And it's like, here, you have a website with the QR code that they made with AI. And it was like, you could have the website live for free. And if we manage your marketing, and they would have a package for them. And that was like a marketing agency selling to, I don't know, car dealerships or whatever it was. And it was just postcards, and the effectiveness of actually having something physical versus nothing is huge. It can be a basket of fruit, it can be a specific like fruit ice, I don't know, you can think of whatever, but physical stuff, from a postcard to a cake, that you can send to office spaces and are valuable. It's going to be appreciated by the company, the team. They're going to be able to use it. It could be simple, like, I don't know, like protein bars, you name it, creatine powder. I'm just thinking out loud. But it just feels like a big opportunity, and the market is huge, and there's a lot of people starting to do it, but I think the market is much bigger, the amount of people doing it. And the reason why I'm mentioning this business is because I think it's something you can start on the side, because you can start with one client that you sell this idea to, like, okay, how is your reach out, I charge per whatever reach out, and then you start learning from that, and then you can close another one. And each client, every time you sell to a B2B, it's a much bigger average ticket. So you can really just start with one and grow it to two. By the time you are closing 3 5 clients, you might have a full-time income there. So I think that's a great business idea. And the more AI technology and everything happens, the more valuable it is to be able to send anything physical. There is some people even doing like people that come to the office and sing to other ones or whatever. But like the more valuable physical gifts and interactions are, this connects with the snail mail business opportunity that I mentioned, like as a business idea number one. People are valuing that just because it's a physical thing. So that is done. And let's get to business number, what was it? 9. Idea number 9, but I need this because apparently I don't know how to behave like a lady with a dress. But idea number 9, it's around all these in-person events. But hear me out. I'm going to give you an example, and you can put anything else in that example, like whatever you're into it. But I'm into businesses, into entrepreneurship, and I would love to have speed dating for entrepreneurs, or speed dating for, I don't even know. It's not about dating, but yes, dating is you get to know others in the same field. You get to know others looking for a partner, right? That's how you do speed dating. Or you get to know others doing something similar as you do. In this case, speed dating for entrepreneurs or freelancers. I was traveling in Lisbon a month ago, and I went to a coffee shop because I needed to work. And in that coffee shop, there was around 50 people. It was like a coffee shop made for this, I guess. 50 people all sitting with their computers, all focused with their coffee and really focused on their work. And I was so curious to really like, I wanted to go around and just like, I should have put up my microphone and say like, hi, can you give me a 3-minute pitch of what do you do? What is your business or whatever? I really wanted to get an insight of what people were working on, just because it's inspiring and because it is something you're thinking of. The same way that people or singles go to speed dating events because they're looking for the same. I think as an entrepreneur, you look for the same, you have similar challenges, etc. So it's very nice to create. It's an easy way to create community without having the stress of like, this is a community, here we are to help each other. It's just like the context and the structure of speed dating for whatever sounds fun. And in this event that I shared with you in the last video, that actually went terrible, like the workshop that we launched, Milo and I, and actually nobody subscribed at the price that we decided to give. Nobody signed up. Everybody seemed to be interested. Everybody like, yes, that sounds like a great workshop, but they were expecting it to be free. And then when we were charging $200 for that 4-hour workshop, nobody wanted to like pay for it. Anyways, so I would pay not 200, but like for speed dating, yes, I would pay like I don't know, $50 for joining this event where there might be a drink, or you have to buy drinks, but it's just like you get together with people and you have 2 minutes or 5 minutes with each other just to pitch each other your idea, your thoughts, your business, and ask questions about how you make, how did you get clients, how do you grow it, what is your biggest challenge? I don't know, smart questions that you can get some cards with, and just get to know each other. And most likely, what is going to end up happening is that you're going to find huge opportunities and connections that could open up opportunities for you and your business, or just getting inspired by others. So I don't know. I think this is something I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, I have to stop this. There we go.